those of you in the States may have heard of this awful situation of this guy who shot up a church.
Two recent shootings, both horrific.
Yeah.
This one's getting a little bit less coverage, though.
It's a lot less coverage.
Yeah.
Now, I have a friend who was actually working right next to the church, and he sent me some information. So apparently this is according to, this guy told me about what happened there. As they were wrapping up the food portion, a coward pulled out a gun.
And this is at a church.
Yeah.
We should probably...
At the church.
There was a Taiwanese church in California that got shot up.
6 inches away from this one guy, this guy noticed a young father run around a nearby table and run towards the gunman. The coward shot the man 3 times and he sacrificed his life, and the pastor simultaneously grabbed a chair and struck the coward. 3 others lunged to tackle the downed gunman. The pastor's wife procured an electrical extension cord, and many people tied him up, basically. Now, the story is this guy actually went and lay in wait, and he tried to close the doors and lock them and super glued the locks to try and prevent people getting in and so on. He had Molotov cocktails on him, he had weapons, and he lay in wait to basically come and attack the Taiwanese community. It turns out the guy is originally he's from mainland China. He moved to Taiwan. He got embroiled in this reunification movement, which is, they want Taiwan to be a part of China, just like China wants Taiwan to be a part of China. He got kicked out of Taiwan because of his
peaceful reunification.
Yeah, peaceful reunification, yeah. He got kicked out of Taiwan because of his radical beliefs.
Yeah.
He ended up living in the States, became a naturalized American citizen.
Yeah.
Had a whole bunch of personal things messed up in his life, and then he decided that he's going to take his aggressions out on the Taiwanese community. And he went specifically to this place, what's it, Laguna Hills?
Yeah, Laguna Hills Church.
Laguna Hills. That is a very well-known area, by the way, for Taiwanese people and Taiwanese dissidents. Mm-hmm. So he specifically targeted, because he's from Nevada. He drove all the way from Nevada to that specific area, and he went to that specific church known to be a Taiwanese church. To go and attack Taiwanese people. So it's politically motivated because he wants Taiwan and China to be one country.
So this was a pro-unification church.
Yeah.
So these dissidents that you're speaking of are actually like the majority of Taiwan. Majority of Taiwanese people. They're dissidents by China.
Not a pro-unification church. The church he went to was.
No, I'm saying pro-independence. That's what I
pro-independence church, yeah. So it's a pro-independence.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that they'd be considered dissidents by the Chinese government.
Yes.
And the Chinese government would be in support of someone like this, the beliefs of Taiwan should be unified with China.
Yeah.
Right? So he went after people that support democratic independence of Taiwan that is not part of China. Now, I'm not talking about like the Republic of China versus People's Republic of China. I'm talking about people that just want Taiwan to be its own country.
Yeah.
Right. So he went to go kill them, and he did.
Yeah. So, it's an unfortunate situation that these politics, this stuff has been shoved down every Chinese person's throat since they were in preschool.
Yeah.
And it's all about how Taiwan belongs to China and that they're like a naughty brother that ran away, and they've got all these stupid analogies that they use, but basically we will take it back by force, and anyone who says that Taiwan is not a part of China is our enemy type thing. So this guy just took it to the extreme. Anyway, he's been caught and he's been charged with murder and attempted murder and
federal hate crimes.
Yes, federal hate crimes, because it is a hate crime. He targeted a group based on their
religion slash
ethnicity
and political identity.
Yeah. Anyway, now the part that really is disturbing about all this, never mind the fact that it's not getting a lot of coverage in the news, which is unfortunate, and it's just the way it is, because it doesn't fit the political narrative or whatever the case may be.
Sure.
Is the kind of response we've seen on the Chinese internet. So do you want to read some of these? Remember, this is our friends, the Great Translation Movement. Mm-hmm. By the way, if you haven't,
I believe they did this.
I'm pretty sure it looks like them.
It does look like them.
Yeah. What did they have to say?
It says, this is the news translation, right? So it talks about the shooting, right? And they, the way they frame this is different than what you'd read in the news here. And it's just important that I say that his name, I'm not going to say his name, by the way, opposed Taiwan independence, right?
Yeah.
He opposed Taiwan independence. So they didn't frame it as in, oh, he went out there and he was a piece of shit that murdered these poor innocent people, and Dr. Chang, the guy that rescued, like saved, like
he shot the doctor. I
himself.
think he was 52 years old.
Yeah, that guy Dr. Chang sacrificed himself to save the rest of the congregation. It's not about that, right? It's about, he opposed Taiwan independence. That's a highlighted issue here, right? It says, the police said that his motive was hate crimes, dissatisfaction with mainland Taiwan relations, dissatisfaction with people in the Taiwan community, and then they have to put in Taiwan independence because that's a swear word in Chinese.
Yeah.
When you say Taiwan independence, that's actually like saying Nazi.
Yeah.
Right. So then immediately you dehumanize someone and you bring them down to a point where like, oh, well, it was just those guys. It was just those cockroaches.
Yeah.
It was just those vermin.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, it's Laguna Woods is the area.
Laguna, that's what you said.
Did I say Laguna Woods? Okay. I thought I said Laguna Bay or something.
No, you said Woods.
Okay, right.
And it says there was anti-Taiwan material in the car, but more proof is needed, right? So then it goes on to some of the upvoted comments here, right? It says, isn't this the first shot of anti-Taiwan independence war? So it's basically saying, and the way you could really translate this is this the beginning of us taking back Taiwan?
Yeah.
Right? And what they do is, again, it's this, you know how like Russia did this with like the denazification of Ukraine? What they do is they throw out this word so much that people get used to it and say, well, that's not human beings, those are Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh, Taiwanese independence people? That's not the let's take back Taiwan movement. That's the anti-Taiwan independence movement because that word's already been attributed to basically Nazism or something like this, right? So it says, isn't he a righteous man? And that gives him prayers.
Yeah.
Right. Next one says, someone said he was born in mainland China. Is obviously just asking a question. It says, maybe he was framed, right? And then the last one says, hero, I hope he's safe, with 3 prayers.
Yeah, it's not very nice. But this is what you kind of expect. You know, this kind of vitriol is allowed on Chinese internet. It's encouraged.
I personally, when I saw, I mean, this was not widely covered, I will admit. China didn't go out there to put this on mainstream news to say celebrating it. Like, that would be probably a bad
No,
luck.
they didn't do that.
But what I did see out there was more of a, this guy was good. He's fighting for our China.
Yeah.
And he's taking out the pro-independence
people calling him a hero.
Yeah.
Anyway, just
it's pretty gross.
That's our Wu Mao corner for today. Yeah. So anyway, it's awful. Any doesn't matter who, what, when, where, why. Doesn't matter the circumstances. Any of these, any kind of attack on anyone is bad.
Sure.
You know.
By the way, I just want to make a correction, like a future correction, depending on because it's just not clear yet. We do know he's part of the pro-unification movement, which is it can be linked to extremist activity. What I do want to say is we don't know if he was born in mainland China or Taiwan. We do know that he's pro-China and pro-unification, though.
Everything that I've been reading so far is that he's born.
That's the one
born
detail.
in mainland China.
That's the one detail that has not been confirmed yet.
I'm gonna say that I believe that that's true.
I can say I probably believe
because
it.
I've seen from many multiple credible sources have said that.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway,
just saying, just to be factual.
Fact is that he
pro-unification.
Purposefully attacked Taiwanese people because he doesn't.
Correct.
Because he wants Taiwan to be a part of China.
That is 100% the case.
It's politically motivated, and it's awful.
Yeah.